If your child's been involved in an accident, it's very normal to be concerned about what you should do next. The way forward in children cases is quite simple. The only difference really is that a parent of the child has to become what's called a litigation friend. That can be the mother, father, or in some circumstances it could be a grandparent or even friend. Once you've got a litigation friend, the claim itself will then take a fairly similar route to a normal injury claim. You have to establish negligence on the part of a third party in very much the same way as you do if the claimant themselves was an adult. Once negligence is established, then we move on to value. And how do we value children claims? Well, they're pretty much the same again as in an adult claim. So it will depend on the type of injury. So a child with, let's say for example, a broken leg, we would get an orthopaedic surgeon, and with that we would work out the value of the claim depending on the severity of the injury. In addition to the injury claim itself, we also add in things like costs of care, travel, that kind of thing, out-of-pocket expenses that will need to be added to the claim. Once we've got a value of the claim, we try and agree that with the third party, usually the insurance company, and then once that's agreed, we'll go to a barrister, because a barrister will need to write an advice to say that what we've done is correct. Once we have the barrister's advice to hand, this is where it gets slightly different from a claim involving adults. The case has to be approved by a judge at a court. So that approval hearing is where the judge will take all the evidence, look at the barrister's advice, read the medical report, often will speak to the child if that's required, and say, yes, okay, this is a settlement that I would approve for this child. And once approval has taken place, the money is then put into a fund. It's called the Court Funds Office, and it's a type of trust which matures when the child is 18. It grows in value over that time and then is paid out when the child reaches their majority. So if your child's been involved in an accident, don't worry how it's going to progress. They're very similar to claims involving adults, and we're used to doing them. So give us a call, we'll go through the circumstances with you, and we'll let you know whether your child has a claim or not.